Welcome all of you to this online webinar. Now, I'm sure people from different parts of the country must have definitely joined this session. And I'm also sure that by now, all of you must have definitely understood that this webinar is about stock market and trading. Am I right? Now, one thing is for sure that in this webinar, by the end of this webinar, you're going to find a solution. If you can adopt this solution, you will never ever experience failure in stock market trading throughout your life. So the webinar is designed in such a way that I'm sure during this webinar you will come across a lot of questions and doubts, but please make a note of it and you will see that as this webinar progresses, all your questions and doubts will get answered automatically. But even then, if there is any question which is unanswered, we can definitely discuss it at the end of the session. All right. And let us also make sure that this webinar is a bit more interactive. You can comment on the chat. The more we interact, the better the solution that you're going to find today in this session. But before we get into the detail, I have some very simple questions to ask you people. And I hope all of you will participate. Now, the question here is, now that you know that this webinar is about stock market and trading. So my question to all of you here is, why do you want to get into stock market? Why do you want to get into stock market? Can you tell me? You can comment on the chat. What is the reason? Now, many of you who are watching this session, now some of you may be newcomers, beginners who are planning to get into stock market, and there are some of you who are already experienced traders who are already into trading or already into this business, right? So what is the purpose? Why do you want to get into the stock market? What is that you want to achieve? Anyone? We all get into stock market for only one purpose, isn't it? And that is to earn money. Am I right? So this is the one purpose with which every person participates in stock market trading. But this is very normal, isn't it? Stock market is a business, or it is designed for people to trade and earn money, and we are all here to trade and earn money. This is very normal, isn't it? What is so strange about it? So if trading in stock market is very normal, if earning money in stock market is very normal, see, Mr. Mohandas says to make money, Mr. Venugopal says for financial freedom. When you have money, it is like you have achieved a financial freedom. If you are able to earn consistent profits, that is when you achieve it, isn't it? So this is very normal. Trading in stock market and earning money in stock market is very normal. If this is normal, then what is abnormal in stock market? Can anyone tell me? What is abnormal in stock market according to you? Yes? If trading in stock market is normal, if earning money in stock market is very normal, then what is abnormal? Let me tell you, not being able to earn money in stock market is what is abnormal. Do you all agree with this? Is it true? So today, my friends, in this webinar, you are going to understand the different possibilities of experiencing failure. How will you end up with failure in this stock market? Very important for you to know right in the beginning. And then you will also understand how to overcome all these hurdles to earn consistently by trading in stock market. Both these things you are going to understand today in this webinar. And you will also know how to trade without technical tension, fundamental confusion, and advisory stress. Now, what are these things? First of all, you will see them, and how to avoid them. You will also understand this. By the end of the webinar, as I told you in the beginning, you are going to find a solution, and if you can adopt this solution, you will never ever experience failure in stock market trading throughout your lifetime. And you will learn through this how to trade by watching the market. When I say this, I mean to say that there are many of you who want to get into full-time trading. How many of you want to get into full-time trading? Can you comment on the chat? Full-time trading means you want to take this profession, trading, as a serious profession. You want to work towards this for regular income. How many of you want to get into full-time trading? So by the end of this webinar, you will understand how to trade by watching the market. which will fulfill your requirements. And you will also learn how to trade without watching the market, because there are many of you who are already into some of the professions like working professionals, business class people who are already into some of the profession, but also you want to get into stock market trading for regular income. I mean, for another secondary source of income, isn't it? So how to do that? That also you will learn. But I hope all of you will agree with me when I say this. Let us see how many of you will agree with me with this. Stock market is the only business where the market goes up, you can make profits. The market comes down, you can still make profits. In fact, you can make more profits. Do you know this? Do you people know this? Because it is very strange. Where my experience is very strange, because I have come across people who are more than 20-25 plus years of experience in this business, but still they don't know that even in a downtrending market you can make profits in stock market. So if there is any beginner watching this session, then understand this right in the beginning. In both uptrending as well as downtrending market, you can make money, and in fact in a downtrending market you can make more profits and in a short duration. And stock market is the only business, it is the ultimate stage to earn huge money. Do you all agree with this? There's the truth. And the other truth here is stock market is also a business like any other business. Some people consider this as gambling. Some people take it as time pass. Well, that is up to you, but then this is a business like any other business. Only when you treat this as a business, you will know how this business works. But in other business, you will have to bring in lakhs and crores of money, capital, to set up the business, set up an office, shop. You have to bring in your products, you have to appoint staff. After all these things, now you have to wait for the customer to come and buy. Some buyer has to come and buy your product. But then stock market is such a unique business where at any given point in time, you have huge numbers of buyers and sellers. You don't have to go in search. In a fraction of seconds, you can do transactions. That is the uniqueness here. And unlike other business, you don't have to bring in lakhs and crores of money to start this business. Even with a very small capital, one can start. You don't have to set up an office. You don't need staff. You don't have to answer to any boss, because you are your own boss. All right? This is the uniqueness of stock market. And in stock market, there are different types of participants. Now, there are beginners who are very new to trading. There are semi-professionals, people who are already into some other profession, and they also want to trade in stock market. And there are professional traders who are into full-time trading. As I see Mr. Venugopal, Mr. Mohandas, Ms. Vanishri, all of them are Mr. V.R. Balu. Now, all of you are planning to get into full-time trading. It is so very nice to know this. So these are the different participants. And when you come to stock market, what can you trade? In your business, you know what you can trade. But in stock market, these are the products that you can trade. You can trade in equities, stocks, company stocks. You can trade in derivatives like futures, options. These are two different products. You can trade in commodities like gold, silver, crude oil. There are so many commodities. And you can also trade on currencies, USD, INR, the rupee. You can trade GBP. There are so many things. Multiple products available for you to trade. You can choose any one of that suits your interest, and you can start this business. But then when it comes to trading, once again, there are different types of traders, right? There are day traders. These are the people who want quick profits, so they keep trading multiple trades in a day. There are short-term positional traders. These are the people who buy some stock today, they hold it for a few days, and then they sell it. There are mid-term, long-term positional traders. They buy some stock today, they hold it for a month or more, and then they sell it. And there are investors. Investor is a different thing compared to trading. Investors are those people who buy some stock, they stay invested in that stock for a very long term, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, or even more. So I'm sure by now, all of you watching this session must have definitely associated yourself with any one of this category. Am I right? Is it true? Some of you would have thought, yes, I want to become a day trader because frequent trades, it is so very exciting. There are some of you who think I want to become an investor. Whichever category you belong, it doesn't matter. But when it comes to trading, how are you going to trade? That is the big question, isn't it? How will you decide on whether to buy the stock or whether to sell the stock? How will you do that? On what basis will you trade? If any one of you is a beginner, then at least you must have seen some of your friends trade. So how did they trade? Normally when people trade in stock market, how do they trade? On what basis do people trade? Think about these. So let me show you. If there are, let us assume if there are 10,000 people trading in stock market. Of course, there are millions of people. But for example, if there are 10,000 people trading in stock market, out of this 10,000, at least 9,900 people will be following all these things to trade in stock market. Do you all agree with this? Is it true? No, actually the list is even bigger. A lot of things people follow, but then out of all those things I have brought forward only the main points. These are all the things people follow, isn't it? Many of you who are already experienced traders watching this session, you may also be following any one of these. Is it true? But then whichever you follow, what is the end result? What is the end result? This is the reason I asked you right in the beginning. When you are planning to get into stock market, when you are already in stock market, why do you want to get into stock market? What is that you want? All right, that is your requirement. Now following all these things, are you able to fulfill your requirement? Are you getting the results or not? That is the final point that we have to ask ourselves. Today there are many people who believe it is technical analysis, analyzing the chart, price movement, open interest, volume. There are people who check volumes. They say you must know volumes. Only then you can decide when to buy, when to sell. Well, volume, of course, we have to check volume, but understand the right thing. Volume is, people check, we have to check volume to see if there is active participation in that particular stock, the stock that you're planning to trade. Are people trading in that stock? If there are less people trading in that stock, then I would avoid it. If there are more people trading that stock, that is the stock I will be planning to trade. So only to understand this, we have to check volume, not to decide whether to buy it or to sell it. Right? There are people who say we must check open interest to trade. What is open interest? It is the number of open positions in the market, isn't it? But then this is an indicator for the exchange to understand how good their business is going on. Isn't it? These are all the different indicators that they have designed in order to understand how good their business is going on. But then there are people, majority of people who believe looking at these things we can trade. There are so many softwares, indicators, thousands and thousands of indicators are there. Another thousands and thousands of indicators will come in the near future. Why? Because people don't understand what exactly they are looking for. What is the requirement? And in order to fulfill the requirement, what are they supposed to do? Isn't it? Now, following all these things, what is the result? People are only going through tension. I followed this, it didn't work out. Then I tried this, it didn't work out. I tried this, it didn't work out. Well, you will keep trying, age will go, money will not come. Is it true? Anyone who has followed this, do you agree with me? And then there are others who believe that it is fundamental analysis based on which you can trade successfully in stock market. Let me tell you, if you seriously want to analyze a company fundamentally, you must have some inside information. I mean, inside contacts, at least till the director level. But just try to figure out, I mean, understand this reality. If you try to walk into that company campus, the company that you're planning to trade in, even the security will not allow you inside. He will ask you, who are you? When that is the case, how do you think you're going to analyze it fundamentally? How do you think you will be able to understand what is happening behind the screen? Isn't it? All the big level decisions are made in the boardroom meeting. Have you ever been invited for a boardroom meeting? If that is not the case, then how do you think you will understand it fundamentally? There are people who believe it is the theoretical knowledge, the book knowledge based on which you can learn fundamentals, that is based on financial statements, financial ratios, balance sheet, P&L. But this is what majority people believe in. But then if that is true, what happened with Satyam computers? What happened with the S-Bank? What happened with crude oil? This is a question that you have to ask yourself. Practically, is it working out? Is it giving you consistent results? Making profits in a trade or two, my friends, anyone can do this, isn't it? Anyone can do this. One day you close your eyes, buy and sell, that also will fetch you profits. Am I right? The person who is able to earn consistent profits year after year, or maybe month after month, quarter after quarter, now he is a successful trader. Are you able to achieve this following all these things? There are people who believe in advisory, tips and calls. Well, there are tips and calls providers. You know what they do? They give a buy call in one stock in South India. At the same time, the same stock, they give a sell call in North India. One or the other way, one will make profit, another is going to lose money. But they don't care. End of the day, their business is running. They are getting business, isn't it? But the normal common man is bringing all his hard-earned money to trade in stock market depending on tips and calls. Look at this complete mismatch between your requirement and what is happening in reality. Stockbrokers advise. Just imagine, you are you land in a city, in an airport, and then you want to get into a star hotel. Many of you must have experienced this. When you want to get into a star hotel, check into a star hotel, the hotel will send you a cab to the airport. The pickup and drop is free, isn't it? And then once you check into the hotel, as long as you stay there, the breakfast is free. There are so many free facilities. Why do you think they give you all these things? It is because they want more business from you. The more number of days you stay, the more business they get. Next time when you come to the same city, they want you to come to this hotel. Same way, even the stockbroker, in order to get more business, how will they get more business? Only when you trade more. Only then they get more business, isn't it? In order to get more business, they will say, there is a tip from Mumbai. I will give you intraday exposure. I'll give you 10 times. I'll give you 20 times leverage. Now, all these facilities, why do you think they give? It is for them to make more profits. There, your profits is not the priority here. But then if you want your profits to be your top priority, then you have to work towards it. You cannot depend on all these things. Is it true? Am I right? And there are others who believe stop loss. Many people who come to this training, this webinar, they keep asking me, does your training talk about stop loss? Do you teach us how to play stop loss? Where to play stop loss? Well, let me tell you the truth. Who am I to talk about stop loss? How can I give you the right stop loss? Well, even the exchange does not give a guarantee on a stop loss. When the exchange does not give a guarantee, then how can I talk about stop loss? There's an article taken out from the exchange circular. The link at the bottom leads you to the exchange circular, wherein you can see that exchange has very clearly mentioned that there is no assurance on stop loss. So these are all the normal things which majority people believe in. And all of you, I have one very simple question to to all of you watching this session. Out of all your experience, what you have seen, what you have heard, how many percentage of people in stock market are making consistent profits? How many percentage of people are making losses? Anyone? Can anyone answer to this? Can any one of you answer to this? Percentage of people. If there are 10,000 or if there are 10 million people, whatever is the total number, out of that, how many percentage of people are able to make consistent profits? What does your experience say? Yes? I'm sure many experienced traders watching this session will agree with me when I say majority people in stock market are incurring only minus. Am I right? And the other truth here is majority people are following all these things that we were discussing about till now. Following all these things, majority people are trading, and the same majority of people are incurring only minus in stock market. This itself reveals to you that as long as you keep following all these things, you will never see consistent success in this business. Isn't it true? Right? So after all these things, when it comes to trading, end of the day, it is only confusion about the market movement. When it comes to practical trading, this is what happens with every trader, isn't it? People say, whenever I buy, it goes down. Whenever I sell, it goes up. Why does it always happen with me? Even in today's market, now I keep trading in index like Bank Nifty. I was observing early, it went up very nicely, and from there it came on so very sharp down, right? So looking at the market increase, someone would have definitely bought it today. And as soon as they bought, the price started decreasing. Now they are wondering, why is it always happening with me? This happens with it happens not only with you, it happens with most of the traders. It is because when it comes to trading, this is how a trader's mindset works. Let me show you a small example. Now here is a trader who decides to watch a price movement of some stock because he's planning to trade. So he's watching it. As he's watching it, the price is consistently increasing. Now he decides that next time when the price comes down, I will buy the stock. He has made up his mind. So as he decides, now what happens is the price suddenly starts increasing further. Now at this point he says, damn, I missed this opportunity. I should have bought it earlier. I missed it. I think if I wait anymore, I may miss this complete movement. Let me do one thing. Let me buy it. So he buys it right now. Understand this and observe this very closely. Just try to understand or recall, is this what every trader is going through today? So he buys it here. As soon as he buys it, now what happens is the price increases a bit further. Now he's he's feeling very good about it that he has bought. If not, he would have missed it. So as he feels good about it, now the price slowly starts coming down. Now at this point, he's planning, let me do one thing, let me buy more. Because anyhow, the price of the stock has to increase. Even on the TV channel, every expert is saying that it is going to go up. The newspaper article says it is going to go up. Tips and calls provider says to buy the stock. So let me buy more. So when he's thinking in these lines, the price comes down further. Now he feels brilliant. This is the same point where I wanted to buy the last time, but unfortunately I missed it. But let me buy more. So he doubles the quantity now. This is what people do, isn't it? Average. They average. Right? So as soon as he buys more, now what happens is the price goes down even further. Now the tension starts. Now the tension starts. Why? Because now earlier you have already bought some quantity. Now since you bought more quantity, the loss is looking big in your trading terminal. Now the tension starts. Now this guy decides, let me do one thing. If the price comes up a bit, I will sell it out. I want to exit this trade. Looks like, I'm not comfortable in this trade. So as he's thinking in these lines, now the price goes down even further. Now he's getting more and more tense. And as it goes down a bit more further, now he decides, now I cannot bear this big minus. Let me do one thing. Let me consider this as a long-term investment. Because one or the other day it has to come up. When it comes up, I will sell it. So he decides. Now he waits. This is what happens with every trader. Whenever they see minus, the loss, they wait. They wait. Let it come up. Let it recover up a bit. So he's waiting in these lines. Now the price goes down even further. More frustration, fear, panic. Now the panic, as it goes down a bit more, now he decides enough is enough. I cannot bear this anymore. I am selling out. Let me exit this because this is too much tension, boss. I cannot bear this tension. So he exits the trade. So once he exits the trade, now he cannot sit quiet. So he comes to see what is happening in that stock. Now the price goes down even further. Now he feels very good about exiting early because by exiting early, he was able to save some money. If not, even that leftover money would have been lost, complete zero. So he feels good about it, but now the price slowly starts increasing. Now he says, look, I know about this stock. I have traded the stock. It is not going to go up. It will go down. Listen to me. So when he says this, now the price really goes down. Now he says, I told you it is going to go down. See, I know that it is going to go down. Look at the journey of this guy here. He started as a beginner, but then after a trade, after he incurred a minus in the first trade, now he has become an analyst. This is what happens with every trader in stock market. Everyone comes in as a beginner. In a matter of few weeks or a month, everyone is an analyst in stock market today. Isn't it? So once he starts doing this, now he's feeling confident because whatever he thinks, it is happening as it is. But then from here, the price slowly starts increasing. Now he's getting, tense. What is happening? As it keeps increasing further and further, now he's getting frustrated. At this point, he feels, I knew that this stock is going to go up. This is the same reason I bought it last time. But unfortunately, I panicked. And as it goes up a bit further, now he decides, damn, it is going to go up. I know that it is going to go up. Let me do one thing. Let me buy it back. Let me buy it now once again. It is going to go up. So what is happening with this guy? After he buys now, what do you think will happen next? The same cycle will repeat, isn't it? The same cycle will repeat. This is what is happening with every trader today, my friends. So people are experiencing a lot of pain. So people say it is they lost money because of wrong advice, lost money because of unexpected market crash. Recently, there were many people who told me on 21st of December, what happened? There was a sudden sharp down movement in the market, and many people incurred a big minus. Not only that, in the month of March 2020, the newspaper wrote on the front page article, public lost so many lakh crores. Every day morning, people are so very excited to trade, isn't it? Have you experienced this in your trading? You are excited. You wake up, you brush your teeth, you take a bath, you rush to your stockbroking company to trade there. But then you see the office is closed. Now you wait for the office boy. He will slowly come driving his cycle. Then he opens the office. But then you are so very desperate. Now you ask the office boy, what do you think will happen in the market today? Will it increase? Will it decrease? Look at the desperation. What will the office boy know? But then after that, the market opens and then you start playing. Many people play in index like Nifty, Bank Nifty. Some people play in stocks. Some people play in commodities. After playing, by the end of the day, by 3:30, when the market closes, now after having incurred a big minus, with your head held down, with a lot of frustration, anger, you walk back home. Now this walk is a very big walk, isn't it? You keep walking, you see that you are not able to reach. But then once you reach home, now your children will come rushing up to you and asking you, Dad, I asked you to get me a chocolate when you come back. Did you get me? Now what will happen? What will you do? You will throw in all the frustration on them, isn't it? Am I right? Think again. Is this the life that you want to lead? Is this the life that you want to give to your loved ones, your family? Think again. But majority of people are going through this pain. People are always worried, saying that there is no proper guidelines, nobody to give any proper advice. This is the reason why people are losing money. This is what everyone says. And there are many people who are absolutely hurt because in spite of spending so much time, putting so much efforts, every day we have to walk back home without having earned any money. There is something wrong. This is when people start thinking, no, this is gambling. This business itself is like this. People will only lose money in this business. This is what everyone says. Some people say, from morning till evening, I was watching the trading terminal. I didn't even blink my eyes. I didn't even have my lunch. In spite of so much effort, I'm not able to make profits. So when you're going through this emotional roller coaster, emotional experience, thought process, then what will happen is at some point you will get into depression. When you get into depression, you will develop a failure mindset. Later, what will happen with you is everything that you do, you feel that you are going to experience failure. Any business you do, you think you are a failure. Stock market, you are a failure. Life is a failure. But rather than getting into all these stupid thinking process, why don't we start thinking very practical? What is practical here? If you have incurred minus in your trading, where did the money go? Where did the money go? When you say, as some of you have agreed with me when I said that majority people incur only minus in trading, then where is the money going? That is huge money, isn't it? Where is that money going? All that money is going to very few group of people who are making only profits in stock market. There are very few, I would say a 5% of people who are making only profits in stock market. And their profit is equal to the losses made by more than 90-95% of people. This is the truth, my friends. Now the question that you have to ask yourself is, who is making money? Who is making money? So at this point, let me tell you, these are all the professional traders. Many people keep telling, I want to become a professional trader. Full-time trading, the people call it as professional trading. Well, these are the professional traders. We don't call them as professionals because their profession is trading. No, not because of that. We call them as professionals because their profession is profit making. They know how to make only profits in stock market. This is the reason we call them as professionals. Now today the question here is, do you all come under this category? So my friends, today you are all here to take one very serious decision. First of all, do you all want to remain in the 95% category of people who always lose money in stock market? Or do you want to get into the 5% category of people who always make profits? The decision is yours. But today, if you have decided that, yes, I want to get into the 5% category, now the next question is, how? Now for that, you have to understand one basic, simple secret in trading to make money. And that is, if you can master these two things, you are a successful trader. That is right entry and right exit. If you know these two things, you are a successful trader. When to buy and when to sell is all that you have to understand. There are so many people who are so very interested to know which stock is going to go up tomorrow, which stock is going to come down tomorrow. Fine. There are 100 stocks which will go up tomorrow. There are 100 stocks which will come down tomorrow. What are you doing? How much profits did you make? That is the end result that we are looking for, isn't it? So you as a trader, for you to succeed, you must focus only on these two things: when to buy and when to sell. Market, there is always movement in the market. If not one stock, there is if not today, there is some other day where big movements keep happening, especially 2020 recently. You must have seen big movements happening in the market. How many people made how big money? Isn't it? So today, if you ask me, is there a way to understand the secret? Then let me tell you, yes, there is a way. But then let me tell you with absolute clarity that there is only one way. And for that, you have to become a dynamic superpower trader. Now, what is a dynamic superpower trader? What is dynamic superpower trading in the first place? Dynamic superpower trading means, as a trader, you must have these qualities. You must develop these skills in your trading. What are they? First of all, you must have awareness of practical realities of stock market. Just reading books and then coming to this business is not going to help you. Practically, when you sit there and trade, what will happen? You must know this. And when you trade, you must remove all the negative thought process. If you have fear of losing, then you are at the wrong place. You are in the wrong place. In this business, you are going to experience only failure if you have fear of losing. And those people who are already into this trading, just try to observe this. If you are facing confusion, if you are facing stress, anxiety, panic while trading, this will never take you to success. You will see only failure in this business. So for you to become a successful trader, you should learn how to trade in a relaxed way, effortless way. You can make a note of the statement. The day you trade in a very relaxed way, that is when you will start seeing money flowing towards you. You will start earning big money. But the day when you are trading and if you are tensed, that itself is an indication that you are going to incur a big minus. Is it true? All the experienced traders watching this session, do you agree with this statement? And along with this, you should learn how to trade in different market conditions. This is one reality that you have to understand. Price always does not move in a similar way every day. Price always does not move in an uptrend. Price always does not move in a downtrend. There are varieties of market conditions. In different market conditions, how to trade. Whenever there is a big crash in the market, you should know how to make profits. Whenever there is a big rally, you should know how to make profits. Whenever there is a gap up, gap down, you should know how to make profits. Whenever there is a false price movement. What is false price movement? The price keeps on increasing, sharp increase. Anyone watching this, they will be tempted to buy this. The moment you buy, from there it starts coming down. So this movement was a false movement just to tempt you, people like the normal traders, to buy. How will you deal with that situation? Whenever there is a news, event, we have budget coming up. Whenever there is quarterly results, this entire month is a quarterly result season. How will you deal with this situation? When the market is sideways, flat market, how will you trade? When you learn to trade in all these different market conditions successfully, only then you can start seeing consistent profits in stock market. Do you all agree with me? If there is any beginner watching this session, I hope you will make a note of these points. All right. Tomorrow you may go attend some other training program, you may watch some other webinar, or you may go invest on some other training program. But wherever you go, you must ask yourself, or you must ask the other person who's providing you this training, that is there a solution for all these things? Will I be able to develop all these skills? If yes, that is the right place to be in. If no, then it is of no use. You will learn only the theoretical things. What is the benefit? Isn't it? So when you develop all these skills and qualities, that is when you can call yourself as a dynamic superpower trader. Anyone who does not have an awareness of this, then it is not possible. But then when I say all these things, there are some people who say, just to learn the basics of stock market, I have spent so many months. Now to learn all these things, I think it is going to take minimum 1 year or 2 years. Well, if that is what you think, then you're absolutely wrong. Because today you don't have to worry, because to trade in all these multiple market conditions, to earn consistently in stock market, there is a ready-made solution. And the ready-made solution here is nothing but Dynamic Live. Now what is this Dynamic Live? Dynamic Live is a tool. It is a software. It is an expert. It is the first ever stock market intelligence of the world. Well, this is a big statement to make, isn't it? Stock market intelligence. What does it do? Now, when I say software, again, some of you must have thought, all right, one more software. There are already thousands of softwares in the market. There are thousands of softwares which you get it free on the internet. Every software gives buy signal, sell signal. Again, another software has come into the market. What should I do with this? Well, every software gives you buy signal and sell signal. But then, can anything give you the right entry and right exit in different market conditions? Think again. Whenever there is a big market crash, will you be able to make profits following anything that you know? Is it possible? Well, the Dynamic Live is something which can make this possible. All right. That is the reason we call this as stock market intelligence. Now, the reason why we call it as stock market intelligence, the reason we also say that this Dynamic Live reveals the insider's trading secret. This is something very unique, right? So what is this Dynamic Live? How is it designed? First of all, this Dynamic Live is designed based on neural network system. Of course, there is a formula behind it, but then the formula is designed in a way that let there be anything that happens externally, let there be government policies, corporate announcement, GDP results, RBI rate announcement, let there be elections, war, global market impact, let anything happen externally, but based on that, whatever impact it has on the market, those impact, the price movement, the big major movements will be identified by this Dynamic Live before it happens. For example, next time whenever there is a big market crash, this Dynamic Live is the only tool in this world which can tell you in advance that it is going to go down, so that you will be able to take a short position very close to the high levels, and when the market comes down big time, you will be the one who's making big profits. Gone are the days when people always keep saying that, whenever market crash, we lose money. Well, that is with the common people who don't know much about trading. But then once you become a dynamic superpower trader, you will be able to make profits in any big market movements. That is what this Dynamic Live can do. We will see it today. So the benefit of this Dynamic Live is, first of all, you can trade in stock market by watching the market. Many of you who want to get into full-time trading, this dynamic live is going to benefit you and make you achieve some astonishing results. How does it work? All these things we will see it now, but then before we see dynamic live, I have once again one simple question to all of you, and the question here is, now of course many of you are trading, some of you are planning to get into stock market. What are the issues that you are facing in your trading? What is that if you have this, you feel you will be able to make big profits? Can you tell me those issues? What are the problems or issues that you are facing? Being a beginner, what do you think will make sure that you can, you will start earning? So let us see if you can point out, you can comment on the chat, you can say what are the issues that you're facing. Let us see, does this dynamic live give a solution to all your issues? We will check this. All right. So you can start commenting. What are the issues that you're facing in your trading, in your personal trading, whatever you have experienced, you can say that. In the meantime, let me open dynamic live. Well, this is dynamic live here. So you can see here, as soon as I open the dynamic live, by default you are able to see the price movement of Bank Nifty. All right, but if you want to check any of your favorite stock, you can tell me, we can check it, we can see what it is telling us for tomorrow. All right, Mr. Venugopal starts by saying entry and exit problems. When to enter, when to exit is the basic problem. And there are many people who somehow figure it out when to enter, but then once entered into a trade, many people don't understand when to exit, the right point to exit, isn't it? But then let us see how this dynamic live gives us a solution. Now you can see this up movement, complete up movement that has happened in this Bank Nifty from 21st December, when 21st or 22nd December, the price of Bank Nifty had made a low of 28,976. And from there, it has made a high of 31,974 today. So how many points? How many points is this? It is almost 3,000 points movement upward, one string, a single stretch, isn't it? Now in this up movement, when to enter, when to exit is the question, is what we want, is what Mr. Venugopal wants, isn't it? But then you go sit in any stockbroking company, you see people trade in scripts like Bank Nifty. People trade for 40-50 points, 40-50 points. Well, when you trade for 40-50 points, you get only the peanut size profit. What will you do with those profits? Those peanut size profits is what is tempting you to trade more, and that temptation to trade more is what is leading you to continuous minus. Do you all agree? But then there are big traders, there are professional traders, the 5% category of people. You know what they would have done? When there is a 3,000 points movement, they would have captured complete 3,000 points, at least 2,000 points, at least 2,500 points. These are the professional traders. So if you want to become a professional trader like them, you must know when to enter, when to exit. How does this dynamic live help us to understand this? You can see here, earlier before this up movement, when the price started coming down on 21st, there was a sharp down movement. But as the price started coming down, right at the bottom, there are some symbols here. These are the signals provided by dynamic live. It will automatically give it. We don't have to do any research here. We just have to keep watching it. It will give the signal automatically. So when this signal appears, we call this as dynamic system caution. When this signal appears, it means get ready, the price is about to reverse. Get ready, the price is about to reverse. So when did that signal come? It was on 22nd December. And right at that point, there was a buying indication in the chart left side. Let me show you. If you are able to see this, I have zoomed out a bit so that you can see it very clearly. There is a golden arrow mark. Can you see pointing upward? Right? There is a golden arrow mark. When was this? It was on 22nd December at 14 hours when the price was already at 29,300. From a low, the price has already increased by 300 points. That is when it said buy it. But before it said buy it, right at the bottom, it has also given an indication that there is a point from where it is going to go up. So we could have bought it, and after buying it, right from there, the price has continuously increased. Continuously increased. Isn't it? And in the meantime, in between, there was this day, when to enter, when to exit. That is very important for you to know. But at the same time, when not to enter, when not to exit, you should know that also. For example, let me show you this. This was on, when was this? 4th January. All right, this Monday. What happened? If anyone has observed this Bank Nifty, it opened with a gap up. The previous day it had closed at 31,212. That is on 1st January. On 4th January, it directly opens at 31,430. Almost 200 points gap up. From there, the price comes down sharply. When it starts coming down sharply, now I think you are all able to see that there is a golden arrow mark pointing downward. Right? But along with this, you can see at the bottom there is a green colored signal. We call this as a zigzag caution. When this symbol appears, it means get ready, it is again going to reverse. So this signal can identify the false movement in the market, false price movement. All right, so it identified, it told us that this is a false movement. Don't believe it. It is going to reverse, it is going to go up. So what one can do here is buy it now. Market was coming down, it was making a new low. Public is scared, public is panicked, but then you having access to this dynamic live, you will be able to buy right close to that bottom. And after that, the price started increasing. One entry there at that point, when was this? It was on 4th January at around 11:30 in the morning. If you had bought it, the price was available at 31,103. And from there, it shot up to 31,900 ranges today. And as it moved up, right at the top, today it has given us another indication saying that get ready, the price is going to go down. So we knew that at some point the price is going to go down from here, and as expected, the price did come down from the high today. So this is how this dynamic live will give you information in the live market. And I'm sure when it comes to trading, many of you want to trade in futures, many of you want to trade in options. Some of you will say, I don't know what is options first place. Well, it doesn't matter whether you know it or not. Today, Dynamic Live is the only platform in the whole world which can automatically tell you how to trade in options, when to trade in options, what to trade in options. So whenever it is the right point for you to trade, here you can see the Dowmantic method, action information. Now it is telling us hold put option. All right. But then when it knows that the price is going to go down, it will be written there, buy put option now. Your job is to read it and then do the trade. If it feels the market is going to increase, it will be written there, buy call option now. Read it and trade it. But along with that, when you get these information right at the top, these signals right at the top and right at the bottom, we will be able to exit our trades with maximum profits very early before the market reverses. That is what you want, isn't it, Mr. Venugopal? Isn't it? Does this give you the right solution to your issues? When to enter, when to exit, how long to hold your position. All right, complete information it will tell you. And at the same time, when it comes to trading in options, there is one more secret that you have to learn. That is, which is the right strike price to trade? Which strike price are you going to trade? Today, Dynamic Live is the only tool in the whole world which can tell you the strike price also. You can see here, automated strike price. So whenever it tells you to buy a call option, you can look at this pyramid pointing upward, pick one number out of these three, that is your right strike price. When it says buy put option, there is a pyramid pointing downward, pick one number out of these three, that is your right strike price. All right, complete information is there here. When to buy, when to sell with the strike price, all of them is there in this Dynamic Live. Your job is to simply place orders. Yes, Ms. Vanishri, this is what I was trying to tell you. Your question is, does the software help in selecting the right strike price to trade options? Yes. It gives you automatically, there are 3 strike price, whichever stock that you want to trade. You can tell me any of your favorite stock which you're planning to trade, which you're already trading. We can check in this dynamic line. All right. And you can see the strike price is already coming. But out of these 3, for call option, it gives you 3 strike price. For put option, it again gives you 3 strike price. Out of these 3, which is the best? Now, this you will learn in the training. In our training that we provide, you will learn it. It is a very simple secret, but then when you know how to select the right strike price, what kind of profits you can make, you have simply no clue in options. All right. It is huge potential. Mr. Ravinder Konda says, how do you know? Well, what are you talking about, Mr. Ravinder? Is it strike price that you're talking about? If it is strike price, as I told you, the tool, the dynamic live itself will tell us the right strike price. All right. Mr. Prakash wants to check SBI. Let us check this. SBI. So here is SBI. Now in SBI, what has happened is, you can see there is a continuous up movement in SBI, but before the up movement, right at the bottom, you can see here, it has already given us a signal that it is going to go up. Be ready. And from there, the price started increasing. The big movements. This dynamic live is one such tool which can identify major movements as well as small price movements also. Both the things. All right. To identify these things, for major movements, there are different signals. For small price fluctuations, there are different signals to identify them. And then today, the price of SBI came down very sharply. You can see here a golden arrow mark pointing downward. But in spite of this, let me change the view and tell you, in this situation, when it told me to sell, I wouldn't have sold it. I will not do the trade. You can see when the price came down, along with that golden arrow mark pointing downward, there is also a green signal at this bottom. We call it as a zigzag caution. When it appears, the price can reverse. Earlier, the price was coming down. We got the signal at the bottom. From here, we can expect the price to increase. And as soon as that signal came, the last 1 hour in the market, I'm sure you must have seen, Mr. Prakash, the price of SBI started recovering from the day's low. Isn't it? This is how this dynamic live is able to identify even the insider's trading secret. Today, when the market started coming down, many people would have, got into the thought process saying that, okay, it is going to go down, sell. But then most of them would have sold when they saw the price coming down, only then they will sell. But when you sell, that is the low. Most of the time, isn't it? But when you have a tool like dynamic live, when it is making a new low, is this the right point to sell? Or even if you want to sell, even if there is a sell signal here, whether to do this trade or not to do this trade, this dynamic live will tell you. Just imagine when you have this clarity in trading. When you have this clarity in trading, whenever I do the trade, whenever I want to buy a stock, before I buy, what if I have the absolute clarity saying that yes, it is going to go up. Yes, it is going to go up. There are many places in trading where even when you get a buying opportunity, you will very easily come to know, especially using this dynamic live, that this is a risky buy. The price may not increase. Even if it increases, it will not last. It will come down. Just imagine when you have this clarity, you can choose when to trade, when not to trade. And the dynamic live is one such intelligence. Let me show you the same bank nifty today. You will be surprised, I'm sure. Just hold on a second. I've just changed it to bank nifty. I will come to the other stocks like HDFC Bank. Mr. Nirmal has asked for, and Mr. Prakash wants to check Axis Bank and Yes Bank. We will do that. All right. Today the price of bank nifty came down. Let me change it. Change the view. All right, not here. Let me show you this. You can see here, as the price sharply came down today, before it came down, right at the top, there was an indication that yes, from here we can, the price can reverse. All right, when was it? It was at 6th January, that is today, at 13:25, 1 o'clock 25 minutes. And that point, at that point, the price was trading at 31,957. The day's high of Bank Nifty today is 31,974. Just 20 points below that low, it was giving us an indication that now it can go down. From there, it came down. As it came down, at the bottom, you can see this information here. What does it say? Can you read it? It says a sell signal, wait and sell. It says, yes, the market came down. There is a selling opportunity, but please wait, don't sell this. This is how it is able to identify the insider's trading secret, the false price movement. And after it said, wait and sell, don't sell this, from there the market completely recovered once again. So this is the benefit. This is why we call this as stock market intelligence. What is happening? We don't know what news is coming there. We don't know who's making what announcement, isn't it? But then there is big movement in the market. But whatever is happening, this dynamic live is giving us informations in the live market. All that we need here is to know when to buy and when to sell. When that is taken care, we are in for some serious money, isn't it? So let us check HDFC Bank. Ms. Vanishri has a question. During the market hours, can we check multiple stocks? Yes, you can definitely check. As you can see, I am checking each and every stock that you are asking for. But whichever stock that I am checking, all of them are getting added here on top in the favorite list. So maximum we can add 5 stock in the favorite list and keep changing them, keep checking them. All right. So that is one big possibility here. But then this is HDFC Bank. In HDFC Bank, look at the kind of information this dynamic live is able to give us. Right at the bottom, it gave us an indication that the price will increase. As the price increased, on top again it said it is going to reverse. It came down. Right at the bottom again there is this white symbol saying that the price can increase. It did increase. But as the price increased for the last couple of days, I am sure you must have experienced that the price of HDFC Bank has been moving very flat. Am I right? Now, who asked for HDFC Bank? It is Mr. Nirmal. Isn't it? Have you observed this? Today, Dynamic Live is the only tool in the whole world which can also identify sideways movement. You can see here at the bottom here and the reason. It very clearly says sideways now, which means HDFC Bank, this stock and its price is moving in sideways. So it will keep moving in sideways for some time. At some point, here the information will change to sideways end sign. When it says sideways end sign, that is when it is going to move in a single direction. Look at this. When you have this information, then you will know which are the trades that you must exit fast. Because in sideways movement, if you don't exit your position fast, especially if you're trading in options, then what will happen? Your premiums will melt very fast. Isn't it true? Mr. Ravinder says, 12 years back, I bought your software for 50,000, but I'm unable to use it. Well, it is so very sad to know this, Mr. Ravinder. It is very unfortunate if you have not used it, but you don't have to worry. At least you have come back after 12 years. I'm very happy about it. You don't have to worry. Tomorrow morning, 8:30, we have a pre-market session. And I'm sure you must be getting a mail for it. In that mail, there will be a link. Click the link, join the pre-market session. Before the market opens, we are going to plan what trade that has to be done today. Note down the plan, implement it as it is, you will start making profits. And you don't have to worry since you are already a dynamic member. Once you are a member of this family, you are always a family member. So what you can do here is, there is a workshop that has been organized. At the end of the session, I will tell you the dates. Please come and join these 2 days of training. All right. After that, get started, start trading. Use this to the maximum extent. All right. So this is HDFC Bank. Let us check Axis Bank. Well, this is Axis Bank. You can see in Axis Bank, what has been happening is the price has been continuously increasing. But as the price kept on increasing, right at the top, you get a star symbol. All right. Now, when this symbol appears, we call it as a DMBOTS symbol. What is it? All those things you will learn it in the training. But then, whenever that symbol appears, it means secure your profits, lock your profits. All right, right at the top. This is what Mr. Venugopal was asking for. Entry and exit is the main issue. If you are able to exit your trades, at least your buy positions, right close to the top with maximum profits, what else do you want? But just imagine, without this information, without this dynamic live, when you go sit there and trade, you will not know that the price is going to come down. You will be waiting there. You are in profits, but you waited for some more profits, but all of a sudden the price came down. All the profits that you saw is vanished right in front of your eyes. Isn't it? This is the benefit of dynamic live, my friends. Well, it is very unfortunate, Mr. Ravinder, but you don't have to worry. We are always here. We have been here for the last decade or more. You can join the 2 days of training, as I told you. So when you are using a tool like Dynamic Live, what kind of benefits that you can draw from it? Let me show you some examples here. Now, this is the example of ICICI Bank trading in options. All right. Now, this using a capital of just 1 lakh rupees. And this trading has started from 21st September and it is updated till 6th November. All right. Now, if I update it till date, now the numbers are different, but I'm sure people will lose control. But still, at least let us see this in a matter of just 12 trades in options using this dynamic live. Remember, as I told you earlier, you are not going to do any technical analysis. Some people ask me, do I have to know how to read charts, candlestick? No. If you don't know all these things, it is very good. If you say you are a beginner, I will say you are the luckiest person walking on this planet today. Why? Because you don't know anything. When you don't know anything, whatever is told here, you will blindly follow, isn't it? That is what we want you to do. And if you can do that, look at the kind of results that you can achieve. From a lakh rupees capital in a matter of just 12 trades, the balance has already increased to 8,71,000 rupees. It is more than 700% returns on your capital in a matter of just 12 trades. Now, for you to get these returns, all that you have to do is just follow what the dynamic live tells you. You don't have to use your brains. You don't have to use your expertise. Just do as it says. Same way. There are some people who say, I will trade only in index. When that is the case, in Nifty, in options trading, you can see, even with a small capital like 50,000 rupees, starting from 21st September till 6th November, the balance has already increased to 2,72,000 rupees. It is once again close to 400% returns on your investment in a matter of just 17 trades. To put it very straightforward, my friends, all of you, I'm sure, you are in this stock market trading for one reason, and that is to make profits, isn't it? If you want to earn profits at any given cost, then this is the way forward. Well, whether you like it or not, let me say you, this is the only way. So the biggest benefit of this dynamic live today is trading futures and options has been made absolutely effortless. Your job is to only place orders, nothing doing. You can place orders, you can call your stockbroker, tell him over the phone to buy or to sell. They will place the orders if you don't know. Or else these days, many people are used to doing placing orders by themselves through mobile trading platforms, the online trading terminals. You can do, but then your job is to only place orders because dynamic live does all the hard work. It will tell you when to enter, how long to hold your position, which is the most important thing. Now I'm surprised nobody asked me about this, right? When to enter, of course, after you enter, that is when the tension, confusion, panic, stress, everything starts, isn't it? But dynamic live very effortlessly to tell you, just hold your buy position, relax, don't worry. and later it itself will tell you when to exit the trade. And when it comes to trading in options, as Ms. Vanishri asked in the beginning, which is the right strike price to trade, that is also automatically selected by the dynamic live. But as I told you, the uniqueness of this dynamic live, the reason why we call this as the stock market intelligence is because it is able to give us the right entry and right exit in different market conditions. And in order to do this, there are multiple signals used inside this dynamic live. It is just not an ordinary buy signal and sell signal kind of a software here. There are multiple things at work, multiple intelligence at work inside this dynamic live. Each one has an expertise, like let us say zigzag caution. Zigzag caution is one such signal inside dynamic live which can give you quick exit right at the top or right at the bottom. There is something called as dynamic caution. Now this is a signal which can identify major price reversals. Major price reversals. When these symbols appear, you can be rest assured big movement is about to happen. There is wait and buy, wait and act information. Now this is one signal which can identify false price movement. These are all the benefits. All right, and as I told you in the beginning, there is a big saying about this dynamic live that even the slightest move in the market does not go unmarked by dynamic live. Well, I know that when I make this statement, some of you will feel very strange. Well, of course, even I felt strange way back in 2014 when I tried to subscribe this dynamic live. Mr. Ravinder is a very old member. He has joined 12 years back, but I just joined in 2014. All right. So when I joined, when the trainer told me the statement, I felt very strange. I thought that maybe he's overreacting, or maybe he's overconfident, because it is impossible. Every movement, big movement, small movement, everything can be identified. How is it possible? There is nothing in this world which can do this. So that is what I thought. But later I thought, okay, let me try this. Let me use this. When I started using this, that is when I realized, yes, this is true. All this while they have been talking the truth. This is something extraordinary. This is a world challenging tool that has been designed, my friends. There is absolutely nothing like this anywhere in this world. Now, for something magnificent like this, like a software like Dynamic Live, what do you think will be the price? What do you think will be the price? And what kind of benefits you can draw from it? We saw it just some time back. A lakh rupees investment, if it can turn to 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs or 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs in a very short span of time, then what could be the price of the software? What is the investment that you are ready to make? Think in these lines, but let me tell you today, to make sure that every trader reaps the benefit of this Dynamic Live intelligence for the first time ever in the last 13 years. We've been doing this training for the last 13 years. All right. And Mr. Ravinder has joined 12 years back. Good to know this, isn't it? But to make sure every trader reaps the benefit of this Dynamic Live for the first time ever in the last 13 years, the management of this company, Dowman Group, has come up with a very big decision. That is to give a special offer. And the special offer today is that you can subscribe this Dynamic Live, get your hands on this Dynamic Live by investing just 12,000 rupees plus GST for 1 month, so that you can touch it, feel it, open it, run it in the real-time market, observe it, do some trades, make profits, and it is a matter of a trade or two for you to gain back this investment that you're going to make on this. And there have been many people who have been requesting us for trial. For many years, all your request has been answered with this special offer, my friends. You can use this, you can understand its true benefits, and then from the second month you can plan big. What else you can do? So today, if any one of you is interested to jump into this revolution, start trading and start earning, then here is the link that I'm texting on the chat right now. You can just click on this link and subscribe the special offer right away. Why? Because this special offer is valid only for a limited period of time. You will know that right now in some time, and very soon the price is going to increase. The reason is The original price of this dynamic live, what is it? Let me show you. First of all, there are multiple dynamic live, different versions of it. It all started with the 1.1 version, then came 2.1, 3.1. You can look at their prices. And today we have the latest version, Dynamic version 3.1. The original price of this dynamic live is 4,39,000 rupees for 12 months. Just for 12 months, this is the price. And you also saw what kind of benefits you can achieve, and that too in a matter of in a very short span of time. But today you are one of the most luckiest people, because you have joined the session and you can get a special offer at just 12,000 rupees plus GST for 1 month. But remember, this special offer is valid only for the first month subscription. After the first month, the price is going to change. I will show you the details. All right. But then when you subscribe this special offer by investing 12,000 rupees, of course, you get this dynamic live for 1 entire month. But along with this, you also get many bonus, dynamic bonus. What are these bonus? Let me show you. But before I show you, let me tell you who started this concept of dynamic trader. Now, the name of this person is Mr. Ravichandran. He has more than 27 plus years of experience in stock market trading. He is the creator of the revolutionary dynamic system and dynamic live. He is not just a trader, he is also a magician. He is an author. He has written many books. He is the founder of 2 well-known NGOs. And today, he is one among the elite trader. He is a member of India's esteemed exchange. As I told you, being a magician, he has performed as a personal entertainer for many big celebrities in our country. And along with that, he is also an author. Many of his books are today available in the government libraries. But one of his famous book was on the secret of fake currency. The kind of research that he had done on the subject was so very impressive that RBI invited him to come and give a presentation about the subject. And that is the kind of a person that we are talking about. And that is the reason very, big people like our former Prime Minister, Mr. H.D. Deve Gowda, the former Vice President of our country, Dr. B.D. Jati, all these big people came forward to appreciate his work. Many of them have appreciated his work through, written letters. But then you don't have to worry. At the end of this session, I will share a link with all of you, wherein you can go watch and see more about Mr. Ravichandran and learn more about the history of this company. He has also been featured, covered by the media, featured on BBC, AXN. Well, he has done a lot of big work as a magician, as an author. And at the same time, he has also got into stock market trading. But the big question that we are interested in here is, why did he create something like this? Now, the main reason here is, first of all, Mr. Ravichandran comes from a very poor background. He always had the hunger to earn money. And he understood very beginning, in the very beginning, that it is stock market which can fetch huge money. So he started doing research. But after many years of research, then he realized if there is a way to experience failure in stock market, then it is because of these 3 things. It is because of technical tension, fundamental confusion, and advisory stress. By following these 3 things, it is only tension, confusion, and stress you will go through, but then no results. He realized this way back, in the initial stages itself. So he stopped following this. Then he continued his research. At some point, he realized, now, yes, this is the secret to earn big money in stock market. Once he understood the secret, now what he did was he started developing his own tool. First, he put in all his, secret formula into an Excel sheet. He started trading. And later, in order to make his trading much more easier, he wanted to develop, program it into a tool. He approached many software engineers, many software companies, but everyone kept on suggesting him, Bus, there are so many free formulas available on the internet. Just copy paste, your software is ready. Why do you want to waste your time, money developing a software? But then this guy said, well, this is what majority of people are doing, but then I have a very unique requirement. But then when he conveyed his requirement, many people felt it is a very complex requirement here and it is not possible. But to make it possible, you won't believe, a guy with absolutely zero computer knowledge. He started developing, learning programming, coding, and later he developed one of the ultimate tool to trade in stock market. And from 2003 to 2021, today he has developed more than 15 softwares with multiple versions, and you won't believe, with more than 48 methods to trade in equities, futures, and options. Many people say that, boss, I am not able to trade in one proper way to make profits. But then here you will find 48 different methods. You follow any one method, you are in for some serious money. All this work he has done with one single mission, and that is to make sure that every trader worships the stock market as a god. Well, many of you may feel that this is very strange mission here, isn't it? But yes, this is true. Because many people who come to stock market, you may follow somebody's advice or you may do something of your own. You lose money. End of the day, you blame the stock market. People call this as gambling. Well, this is not fair. It is because of others' mistake you lost, or maybe it is because of your mistake you have lost. Why do you blame the stock market? And I'm sure even in your school, your teachers must have taught you that work is worship. Only when you respect your work, you will see result in it. That is the actual God. So he says, only when you worship stock market as a God, only then you will see results here. As long as you think that this is gambling, then it is better you don't get into this business, because you will see only failure here. So with all this, he continued, and as I told you, more than 15 softwares he has developed. But initially he developed something called as dynamic system. For more than 13 years, I'm sure Mr. Ravinder must be remembering this, because for the last 13 years, he has been telling everyone that you can learn how to make only profits in stock market while you sleep. Do you remember this, Mr. Ravinder? Because you have joined 12 years back. Well, I've been training, from 2015 with this group, and wherever I go, whichever city I have gone, when I make this statement, people only laugh at me. People say, boss, there are people who are awake watching the trading terminal from morning till evening. They are not able to make money. How do you think one can make profits while you sleep? But let me tell you, it is possible, and it is possible only here. So for that to happen, he developed this dynamic system first, wherein using this dynamic system, you can trade without watching the market. Now, there are many of you who are working professionals who don't have time. You don't remember Mr. Ravinder? Not an issue. There are many working professionals who want to get into stock market, but you don't have time to watch the market full day. But even then, you want to trade. You want to make, you want to get some other second source of income. The best way to get it is through dynamic system. Mr. Srinath. Now, Mr. Ravinder, I don't know whether you remember Mr. Srinath. He's also one very old member. All right, so that is what you can do. So let us check this dynamic system. How does it work? How can you use this dynamic system and trade without watching the market? So let me open dynamic system. You can name any of your favorite stocks so that we can check what this dynamic system says. How does it work? Anyone? Now, first of all, the biggest benefit of this dynamic system is it gives you signals and informations one day in advance. So if you want to trade tomorrow, you get to know what to trade today itself. So you can note down at what price tomorrow. Let us say some stock like Yes Bank. Someone said Yes Bank. So in Yes Bank, at what price to buy tomorrow, you can note it down today itself. And tomorrow morning, if you don't have time, you can call your stockbroker. You can tell him, today if the price of Yes Bank comes to this number, buy it. Instruction given, cut the call, go do your job. Make sure of one thing, don't sit in front of trading terminal. If you sit in front of trading terminal, now that is a gone case. You will not see success. Right? So let us check. Miss Vanishri wants to check Bank Nifty. So let us check Bank Nifty. Let me open the chart of Bank Nifty. Whichever script, whichever stock or index that you want to check, you can check it through a chart. You will also get a report through which you will get directly the numbers. But anyways, in this dynamic system, there are some very unique studies. All right. Let me add one of the important study here. We call it as long dynamic. Let me add it. So there's long dynamic here. So let us check this long dynamic. Now there's the price movement of Bank Nifty here, and in Bank Nifty along with the price movement you can also see there is a purple line. We call this as long trend. Now whenever I show this, many people keep saying, what indicator is this? It looks like a moving average. Some people say it looks like something else, something else. But let me tell you, there are people who have wasted their time, life, trying to understand what indicator has been used. But the truth here is there is absolutely nothing technical about it. Everything inside this dynamic system and dynamic live is something very unique, which you will not find it anywhere else. How unique, how big benefits you can draw from it. Let me show you. Let us take the last 3 trades that one could have done using this dynamic system. Now what this long trend does here is, whenever the price is about to get into an uptrend, it will give you a blue arrow mark. Whenever it is downtrend, it will give you a red arrow mark. All right, very easy way to understand. So first, when it said the trend is up, it was at this point. Yes, Mr. Ravichandran, he is an inspector. Now we are so very proud to have him in our dynamic family, and he's still with us. That is the most important thing here, right? He is from Hyderabad. So there's the last trade. You can see here it was on 2nd June 2020. That is when it said the trend is up. Now the price at that point in time was somewhere close to 20,120. Now one could have bought Bank Nifty at 20,120. You could have bought it in futures, Miss Vanishri, and after buying, if there is an expiry date, keep rolling over to the next contract. So on 2nd June it said buy, and after that the price kept on increasing. At some point it said the trend is down. There's the point. Now when was this? It was somewhere on 21st September 2020, and at this point the price was already at 21,983. So from 20,120 to 21,983. Now how many points are we talking about in this trade? How many points profit? It is literally 1,863 points profit. Let us round it up to 1,800 points, because by the time you buy and by the time you sell, plus and minus 10-20 points can happen definitely, isn't it? Let us round it up. 1,800 points captured in one single trade. Sure, Mr. Ravichandran, I will definitely convey your regards to Mr. Srinath. He's a very esteemed member of our family. So the next trade, let us see, 21,983. Now the trend is down. We can take a short position. We took short. The price came down. It made a low of 20,404. It came down by 1,500 points. But later the price started increasing, and the trend became, it turned into a uptrend. Now when was this? It was on 6th October 2020. The price was already at around 22,836. We initially sold at 21,983. Now we have to exit the short position at 22,836, which means it is almost 900 points minus in this trade, isn't it? So 900 points minus. Earlier we had 1,800 points profit. So net we have 900 points profit in our hand by October. And on 7th October or 6th October, we could have bought it when the price was at around 22,836. We bought it there, and from there today it is still in an uptrend, and as of today the price of Bank Nifty has managed to close at 31,797. Now how many points is this? It is literally close to 8,900 points profit in one single trade, and we are still holding. Plus initially we had 900 points. Why to miss that? So total we have 9,800 points profit in just 3 trades following this dynamic system. Now for you to use this, now what is the effort? Once every 10 minutes, I mean, once in a day, if you can spend 10 minutes of your leisure time and come and check this dynamic system, what is it telling? Now, as of today's market closing, it is saying it is still in uptrend. So tomorrow, your job is to hold your buy position. Job over. You don't have to sit and watch the price movement whole day, isn't it? So same way, every day, 10 to 15 minutes, if you can spend 9,800 points in three trades, one lot of his, Bank Nifty is 25, which means the profit is around 2,46,000 rupees in just three trades in Bank Nifty. And I'm sure, Ms. Vanishri, you know that to trade Bank Nifty in futures, the investment required is 1,65,000 rupees. That is the margin required. But in three trades, the profit itself is 2,46,000. It is almost 150%, more than 150% profits in just three trades using this dynamic system. So Mr. Ravinder, I will say that you have missed these big opportunities, but then don't miss it anymore. From here, at least, you should be able to make big profits. All right? We are here to guide you in the right direction. So this is how one can use this dynamic system and start earning. So let me show you some more examples. But in the meantime, Ms. Nirmal wanted to check Tata Chemicals. So let me check Tata Chemicals. Well, Mr. Nirmal, if you want to check Tata Chemicals for short-term trading, you can tell me. I will check it as per Dynamic Live. All right. Well, this is massive. It has very recently, I think, somewhere here, the date was 14th October 2020 when it said the trend is up, and at that point the price is 319 rupees. From there, as of today, it is trading at 491 rupees. So how many points is it? 100 points movement captured. No, it is not 100. It is 172 points captured, and we are still holding the buy position. If you're trading in Tata Chemicals, now what is the lot size? Let me check this. Well, Tata Chemicals, the lot size is 2,000, and the margin required, that is the investment required, is 2,27,000. Let us keep 2,30,000. But single trade, 172 points with 2,000 lot size, we are talking about 3,44,000 rupees profit in a single trade, and it is still running. It is more than 150% returns, isn't it? But when I show this, there are some people who say, boss, you always show big trades, big profit in such big movement. Anyone can make profits. Of course, I agree, anyone can make profits. But the question here is, how many people made profits? How many people captured the complete movement? Without this dynamic system, just imagine how people would have traded in this Tata Chemical for 1 rupee, 2 rupee movement, because the lot size is 2,000. You capture 2 points, it means 4,000 rupees profit. People are so very excited and happy about such profits. But then if you want to become a professional trader, this is how you are supposed to trade. Just imagine you as a working professional. For example, if you are a software engineer, let us take example of Mr. Srinath, who is an inspector, who is serving us, is protecting us, isn't it? Is day in and day out, that is his job. He cannot watch the market whole day. He cannot sit in front of the trading terminal whole day. But then all that he can do is early morning give a call to his stockbroker and tell him, buy this. And after that, when it tells you to sell, some other day, he will call the stockbroker to tell him, sell this. But in between, he's been busy with his job. He's very serious about his job, and he flourishes in his job. But at the same time, dynamic system is one such asset which is building his wealth, which is growing his wealth automatically without his active participation. This is what dynamic system can do for you. This is how you can trade without watching the market. So using this, what kind of benefits you can achieve? Let me show you a few more examples. Now here is the example of dynamic system in Nifty. Using a capital of 5 lakh rupees in a matter of 4 trades, the balance has already increased to 6,18,000. Similarly, not just in index, even in stocks, in a matter of four trades, a capital of 10 lakh rupees has increased to 13 lakh rupees, more than 30% returns. Well, today there are people who invest in, as Mr. Ravinder said, people invest in mutual fund. There are people who invest in fixed deposit. Well, even in mutual fund, Mr. Ravinder, for having invested for more than a year, what kind of returns did you see for all these years on an average? I've heard one of my friend who is a regular investor in a mutual fund. Now he keeps telling me these days that it is around 5% returns. In spite of such a big movement in the market, 5%, 10%. But then look at this. In a matter of less than, from September 28th to November, it is 2 months, or let us keep 3 months. In 3 months, 30% returns. Where will you get these kind of profits? And that too by spending 10 to 15 minutes of your leisure time. Not just in stocks, even in commodities like zinc. There's one commodity which many commodity traders are scared of to trade. But then using dynamic system, there is no more fear. In a matter of 2 trades, a capital of 5 lakh rupees has grown to 11 lakh rupees and beyond. So this is how you can trade. This is the benefit of dynamic system. So the original price of this dynamic system, if anyone wants to subscribe this dynamic system, now it is priced at 2,99,000 rupees plus GST, but you get this for lifetime. Now in this you get all stocks as well as index in NSE. All right, all the scripts in NSE you will be available. You can choose anyone and you can start trading. You can trade in futures, you can trade in options using this. You can also do long-term or short-term investment in the equity segment using the same. But today you can get it at 95,000 rupees, which is 13 years old price plus GST for lifetime. There's the price at which you can get it today. But the big bonus here is, as I told you, subscription. You can subscribe the special offer at 12,000 rupees where you get dynamic live for 1 month. But along with this, you get this dynamic system, that is 95,000 rupees worth of dynamic system free for 1 month. Here is the link once again. If anyone is interested, you can jump in to subscribe. Like this, there are many other dynamic system packages for stocks, for future stocks, for index, for commodities like gold and silver, or for crude oil, natural gas, or if anyone wants to trade in base metals, multiple dynamic system packages are there. Now, there are many existing dynamic members watching this session like Mr. Ravinder. Some of you may have this NSE stocks, all stocks package with you already. So having this already, if you are subscribing Dynamic Live right now, along with Dynamic Live, you can choose any other dynamic system and you get it installed it free and use it for 1 month. This is the offer only for dynamic members. Let me make it clear. All right. So multiple dynamic system packages and Dynamic Live packages. Today, this is the only solution for everyone who is very serious about trading in stock market. But then this is not the end. There are many other bonus. Once you subscribe, you get these 2 softwares. It will be installed onto your computer, of course. But along with that, you can also attend a 2 days of online workshop. That is on 9th January as well as on 10th January, 2 days. That is a Saturday and Sunday. And in these 2 days, I am Santosh. I will be the one who will be training you on these 2 days. All right. So there is no extra charges for the training. If you subscribe the special offer, you get the training also as a bonus. And in this training, what are you going to learn? These are all the things that you're going to learn. You will learn the essential basics of stock market. Now just imagine, many of you watching who are beginners, now just to learn the basics of stock market, you may have to invest 10 to 30,000 rupees elsewhere. But in spite of investing, what do you get? You get to learn only the theoretical things. But when you come sit there in trading, everything is stars, isn't it? But here in this training, you will learn the essential basics of stock market without having to pay anything extra. And that too, you will learn the practical basics. For you to trade, what is the practical knowledge that you must have? You will learn it. How to trade in futures, how to trade in options, how to select the right strike price. If anyone wants to do investment, long term or short term, you will learn an investor method. If anyone wants to trade without watching the market, by spending just 10-15 minutes every day, you will learn how to do that. If any one of you wants to get into full-time professional trading by watching the market, how to do that, you are going to learn that. So through this, you will learn the additional things that you are going to learn is how to make profits every time whenever there is a crash, whenever there is a rally, whenever there is quarterly results, news, events, when there is a gap up or gap down, how to profit from it. Even in sideways market, how to trade. You will learn all these things. By the end of this 2 days of workshop, you will learn how to earn a minimum of 283% returns in options every 30 days. Similarly, how to earn a minimum of 283% returns in futures every 8 to 12 weeks. Well, initially, if I told this in the beginning of the session, I'm sure many of you wouldn't have believed it. But then, as I showed you the results, even in dynamic system, by spending 10 to 15 minutes, in just few trades, these kind of returns are possible. Even in options using dynamic live, in a matter of few trades, these kind of returns are possible. You saw it by yourself. So the larger picture here is you will learn to do long-term investment in stocks. You will learn to trade in stock futures, index futures, options, everything you are going to learn in these 2 days of training. The first day, you are going to learn how to trade without watching the market. It will cover the basics of the stock market, options, and all these things. It starts at 5 o'clock in the evening, and the training is split into 4 different sessions. And on the second day, you're going to learn how to trade by watching the market. Those of you who want to get into full-time professional trading. Once again, it starts at 10 a.m. in the morning on Sunday, and it is split into 3 different sessions. But let me tell you, by now I'm sure many of you must have understood, this is not something new that you are witnessing. This training, we've been doing it for the last 13 years. And there are more than 13,000 plus traders across the country who have joined this revolution. And in this, you can learn or you can trade from a simple entry level of trading to the expert level of trading. You can use these 2 softwares to trade in multiple different ways. All of them will be taught to you in the training. My friends, dynamic system and dynamic live reveals the insider's trading secret. Today, whatever is your burning question about stock market, everything will be answered by these 2 revolutionary tools. And not just this, you will also get more bonus. This is not an ordinary program where you pay money, you get the softwares installed. Whether you make profits or not, even the God does not know. That will not happen here. Anyone and everyone who joins here, you must make profits. Profit making is not an option here, it is a compulsion. And to make sure that we handhold you initially until you start achieving the results, we organize pre-market session for all the subscribers. Early morning, Monday to Friday at 8:30 in the morning, we have this pre-market session. I've invited Mr. Ravinder. Don't forget to join tomorrow, Mr. Ravinder. So in this session, before the market opens, we plan for the day. By default, we tell you what is the plan for Nifty, Bank Nifty today. But if you want to trade any of your favorite stock, you can tell us there. Even for your favorite stock, we can plan it up, and you will be able to. All that you have to do is note down the plan and implement it as it is. All right. Ms. Anil has asked Tata Chemicals, what will be tomorrow's movement? Well, I will definitely check this, Mr. Anil. Just hold on for a few more minutes. I'll end this up and then we will check Tata Chemicals. All right. So these are the additional benefits that you get. If you get these kind of a support, if you get this kind of a support, don't you think you will start earning? Well, you will definitely earn. As I told you, profit making is not an option here. It is a compulsion. But then this is not it. Along with this, you will also get access to free access to our dynamic members area in our website, wherein you will also find training videos. All the training that we provide, you will get the video materials of it, so that whenever you get any doubt, you can go watch the videos and immediately go ahead and take the right trading decision. So these are all the benefits that you get. These are all the bonus that you get by subscribing the special offer. But then let me tell you, all these things were originally designed for Mr. Ravichandran's personal trading. All right. But then when I say this, there are many of you who must be thinking, well, if he is so very sure about making profits, why does he want to share it with others? Well, everything has changed, the market has changed, but then this question has never changed for more than a decade. People have been asking it, but let me tell you, those years in 2006, 2007, when he was trading, now I used to work in stockbroking companies and he was my client. Now we've seen how this guy made big profits. Like me, many other traders saw his trading performance. Many of them at one point, they approached him to request him to share the secret, and you'll be surprised, he refused to share the secret initially. When he refused, there were many people who started cursing him. But later, one day, unfortunately, Mr. Ravichandran met with a heart attack. Now, when he was lying there on his deathbed, then he realized maybe it is because of these people cursing me. Today, I am lying on my deathbed. Because when you go through your tough times, when you are experiencing bad times, as people call it, that is when people start, realizing, or people start thinking superstitious also. So after going through this experience, he decided, let me share it with everyone. So when he started sharing, initially he started giving it free. But then in his own words, he says, when he gave it free, he got only monkeys. Because people now started asking him, if you are so sure about making profits, why do you want to give it to others? So he realized anything valuable, if it is given free, nobody will understand its importance. So he decided to price it. So he priced it at 1,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, but still he says he got only monkeys. But these were smarter monkeys, as he says. Now imagine, even if you invest 1,000, 5,000 rupees on something so very precious like this, you will never understand its importance. You will not take things seriously, because hardly the only thing that you are risking here is just 1,000, 5,000 rupees. This is how people see it. So later, what he did was he immediately raised the price, because he wanted people who are very serious. He wanted gentlemen. So he immediately raised the price to 1,00,000 rupees. The moment he raised the price to 1,00,000 rupees, that is when he says he started getting gentlemen. Even today he says, if you throw peanuts, you will get only monkeys. You charge huge money, you get gentlemen, people like you. So with all these things, as we saw, even the basic dynamic live for 1 year subscription itself is around 4,36,000 rupees. But then many see it as a very high price. But look at it the other way. What kind of benefits that you can draw from it? But today you don't have to worry. The same dynamic live, instead of 4,39,000 rupees, there are other offers coming forward. Let me show you what are the offers. The offer here is, today you can get the same dynamic live, the 12-month subscription. Instead of 4,39,000, you can invest just 1,23,000 plus GST, where you get dynamic live for one entire year. You also get a dynamic system, the 95,000 rupees worth dynamic system, free for lifetime. Just imagine, if you were to subscribe only dynamic system, then you will pay 95,000 rupees plus GST. It comes up to 1,12,000 rupees. You get it for lifetime, of course. But here, by paying an additional of just 33,000 rupees, you get a dynamic system for lifetime, plus you get dynamic life for one entire year. You can use both of them. That is a major benefit here. And along with that, there is a 6 months plan also. By investing just 72,000 rupees. Now, there are many people who keep asking us, requesting us, can we do part payment? Now, for that is the reason now the company has come up with the multiple plans. 6 months plan, by investing 72,000, you get dynamic life for 6 months. You also get dynamic system free for 1 year. There is a 3 months plan. By investing 42,000, you get dynamic life for 3 months. You also get dynamic system free for 3 months. And at last, there is this 1 month plan where you can subscribe by investing 16,500 to get dynamic life for 1 month. You also get dynamic system free for 1 month. So these are all the 4 different plans. You can choose any one of them. But if you are subscribing this for the first time, you can go for the special offer where you get at just 12,000 rupees plus GST. But this special offer is valid only for a limited period of time. The link is already there, texted on the chat. Click on it and subscribe it right away. I see there are many of you who have already subscribed. during this session? Well, since you have subscribed, please keep a track of your email. You will get a mail from our technical team. They will take a remote access of your computer and they will install it right away. So let me recap it quickly. Once you subscribe, the special offer, or even the existing member, if you renew your package from any one of these four, what is that you get? You get these many things. First of all, you get dynamic system and dynamic live, both these softwares installed onto your computer. And along with this, the other bonus that you get is you can attend the pre-market session where we plan the next action plan. You will get access to the dynamic members area to watch all the training videos. You can also attend the 2 days of online dynamic superpower trading workshop, wherein you will be equipped, you will develop those skills to become a successful professional trader. So these are all the things that you get, but there is another benefit here. By subscribing it today, now those of you who have subscribed it today, the biggest benefit you get is till Sunday you can use these two softwares free. Your subscription count will start from Monday. But in the meantime, these two softwares will be installed. You can use it free in the live market tomorrow, day after tomorrow. You can trade, you can attend the pre-market session. You can go through the training videos before you come to the workshop. So these are all the benefits that you can get. So anyone who is interested, you can click on the link that I've already texted and subscribe the special offer right away. But in the meantime, if anyone has any questions or doubts, you can ask me right now. So this is all about today's webinar, my friends. Any questions or doubts, you can ask me. Those of you who are interested, who are planning to subscribe, if you need any assistance, you can tell me. I will be online in this session for some more time. I can assist you. And if there is anyone who doesn't have time, if you want to contact us, these are the contact details I have just texted on the chat. Note down the numbers and email ID. Get in touch with us tomorrow. And there are some of you who say that I want to watch how it works in the live market. If that is the case, tomorrow morning at 11:30 in the live market, we have the same session. And in the session, I will show you dynamic live and you can see how it works in the live market. I trade in Bank Nifty. Now during the live market, when we are discussing if there is any new trading opportunity, I will do the trade right in front of you. You can also see how it works. All right. So these are all the benefits. Anyone, any other questions or doubts, you can ask me now. But in the meantime, if anyone wants to know more about this company, as I told you, you can go through this link that I'm texting on the chat to learn about the history of this company and Mr. Ravichandran. If anyone wants, if there are any beginners watching this session, if you want more clarity, there was a time when a couple of beginners met Mr. Ravichandran to know what is the stock market, what is the benefit, why should they get into stock market. Now that was a very interesting conversation. Not just people in our country, people abroad from multiple different countries were very interested watching this training video. There's a review that we've got. You can go through this videos that I've just texted. It is there in multiple language, English, Kannada and Hindi. Watch it and then you can decide. Sure, Ms. Vanishri, you are always welcome to contact us and then you can get all your doubts clarified. This is what I would like to tell you. Get all your doubts clarified and then you can decide. There is absolutely no problem. All right. And there are many who keep asking me who keep telling me that they've already lost big money in stock market and how to regain their lost money. If that is what you're looking at, now here is a very important session. You can watch this video that I've texted on the chat. Through this, you will learn exactly how to regain your lost money in stock market. All right. So these are all the additional benefits that you get from us. In the meantime, I remember one Mr. Anil had asked for Tata Chemicals and that for tomorrow's trading. Let us check Tata Chemicals. Let me open Dynamic Live. In the meantime, Mr. Babu. Training for old members. Yes, Mr. Babu. Old members can also join. You can just write a mail to the email ID that I have texted on the chat. Write a mail. I will get the permission. You can come and join these 2 days of workshop. You're welcome to join. Mr. Vipul Shah says, how can we find stocks? Well, in the training, you will learn this, Mr. Vipul. But then first, let me finish this Tata Chemicals. But then the right way to trade, Mr. Vipul, as I keep telling everyone who gets into stock market is, first decide what is your capital. Based on your capital, select a quality stock in the beginning and trade the same script for one entire month or maybe 3 months or maybe one entire year. All that you want is profit, isn't it? So you follow what the system tells you and you will start making consistent profits. Now this Tata Chemical, you can see Tata Chemical, Mr. Anil. Now earlier when the price started increasing right at the top, this dynamic live told us that it is going to reverse. All right, we could have taken a shot. The price was at around 500, from where it came down to 481. And right at the bottom, you can see now there is again another signal here telling us that the price can reverse from here. So we have already got an information signal that the price can reverse today, Jan 6th at 1430, 230. When the price was trading at 488, that is where we could have bought it. Now after buying, we are currently holding on to the buy positions. But anyways, Tata Chemicals, it is in sideways now. Can you see here? It is written as sideways now. So tomorrow, as the price increases further, now we will get an exit very soon. So we will be prepared, but we are already holding a buy position. If you are holding a buy position, then you can continue to hold it. But if you have dynamic line, you will also come to know when exactly to exit it right at the top with maximum profits. All right. Any other questions or doubts? Anyone else? Now, those of you who are subscribing, now please keep a track of your email. Please respond to the mail that you get from our technical team, and then the installation process will be completed. And Mr. Vipul Shah, there are multiple ways to find the stocks, which you will learn it in detail in the training. But if you're asking, does the tool itself tell us which stock? Then no, in dynamic live, that facility is not there. We have to manually select the stock. But then how to do that? There is a way to do that, which you will learn it in the training. Any other doubts? Even if I have missed answering to any of your questions in the beginning of the session, you can please try to remind me now. You can, ask me once again so that I can answer everyone. Mr. Ashok says, any reference? Well, earlier we used to give you reference, but then you don't have to worry. You will find all possible reference people who have used this and what they have experienced. All these things in our website. They have recorded a video by themselves and they have come forward to share their experience. But then personally, we cannot provide you any contact numbers of anyone because we have been prohibited to do that. All right. But you can go through all their experience that they have shared in our website or even in our YouTube channel. You can go through that. Now, there was a gentleman asking me for Punjab National Bank in the morning today in the pre-market session. Let me check what is happening in that. Well, now the price has come down, but before it came down, it gave us a signal. This is the benefit. but I'm sure it is likely to reverse once again. But anyways, anyone took a short position, we would have already exited here, because you can see there is a signal at the bottom. All right, now the session is coming to an end. Now looks like there are no more doubts. So friends, thank you all for joining today's session. Wish you all a happy trading. Now anytime in future, those of you who have subscribed, see you again in the online workshop on Saturday and Sunday. But those of you who have not, in future, anytime, if you have any issues in trading, if you need any guidance, any support, then you can always come back to us. Our doors are always open to you. Yes, Mr. Ravichandran, you're absolutely right. We are here providing service where we share only the reality, no make-up stories. All right. So anyways, thank you all for joining this session. Wish you all a happy trading and very good night to all of you. Thank you.